Good morning, boys and girls, and today we are learning to count on in order to add. So our end goal is going to be able to start at any number and to be able to count on. We're going to start small and end at 10. So this is what we call a number path. And most of you can probably start counting at 1 and then count all the way to 10. Our goal is for, if I were to say, can you start at 4 and count to 10? Okay, if you could start at 4 and count to 10. So you would start at 4 and then go 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Or maybe I would say start at 8 and count to 10. So you would start at 8 and then say 9, 10. So, this is our goal, is to be able to start at a number, and like I said, we're starting small and going to 10. Eventually, it'll be, can you start counting from 18 and count to 30? Can you start at 40 and count to 70? So that is our end goal. If you need a number path to help you with your adding, you can absolutely go ahead and draw that at the top of your whiteboard, which I did forget at the beginning of this video, that you will need a whiteboard and a dry erase marker with you. If you do have the yellow and red counters, those are maybe going to be beneficial, so that way you can use them and manipulate them while you're doing your math problems. Today you don't so much need them, but sometimes it makes the math easier for us to solve and understand when we have things that we can physically move. But today we're going to be able to do all of our work on a whiteboard. So again, this is a number path. We're starting with a small number path and we're starting at 1 and going to 10. So if you want to go ahead and draw this at the top of your whiteboard, you can go ahead and pause the video to do that. Your numbers don't necessarily have to be inside these little boxes, but they can be if you want them to be. Okay. So for our first problem, this is really 2 problems on 1 page. So I'm going to draw a line down the center. And I'm drawing with my mouse, so I'm trying to make it be as best as I can, but it's not perfect. We're going to look at the left side first. Okay? There are 4 boys and 2 girls in the group. How many children are in the group? So sometimes people say that it's good to read the question a couple of times. So I just read the question, but I want to read the question again to really understand what the question's asking me. So there are 4 boys and 2 girls in the group. How many children are in the group? This is the question that this is what I want to find out from the question. This is my actual question, right? So now I want to read the problem one more time to figure out the numbers that I need to know. There are 4 boys and 2 girls in the group. So there's these pictures of hands, and we're going to circle the fingers that are on the hand to represent these. But if I didn't have these, I can't draw over there, okay. I could draw circles on my whiteboard to represent the boys. So maybe I'm going to draw 4 circles to represent the boys. Again, drawing with my mouse, not the greatest at it. And 2 girls. Okay. So they have the hands. So there's 4. I'm going to find 4 fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Circle 4 fingers for the boys and 2 fingers for the girls. If I wanted to label my numbers, I could write a B right here. Excuse me. And I could write a G right here because we had 2 girls. Alright, now how many children are in the group? In order to solve this, I just need to count how many fingers I have circled. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 fingers circled. Okay, and notice that the answer is labeled. We always want to label our answer so we know what we're talking about, and in this case we're talking about children. So Now I'm going to erase this arrow, and we're going to look at the other side of the slide. There are 4 boys and 3 girls in the group. How many children are in the group? What is this question asking us? What do we want to find out? There are 4 boys and 3 girls in the group. How many children are in the group? We want to know how many children are in the group, right? So now we need to know our numbers that we need to use. There are 4 boys and 3 girls in the group. How many children are in the group? 4 boys and 3 girls. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing that I did over here. I'm going to circle their fingers. 4 boys. Okay, and 3 girls. Okay. This time, though, I'm going to count on. So I'm going to start with the bigger number to say. So 4 is bigger than 3, so I'm going to start with 4. And then I'm going to say 5, 6, 7. There are 7 children in the group, right? And to double check, I could count all of the fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I counted on correctly. If this doesn't make sense to you, or if you have questions, please write your questions down so that way we can talk about it at our meeting, because that's how we're going to learn, is by asking questions and learning from each other. So now this is where you're going to use your whiteboard and you're going to try it with me, okay? There are 7 girls and 2 boys on a team. How many children are on the team? What I want you to do is I want you to pause the video and I want you to try to draw this on your whiteboard just like we did right here using the circles. And then I want you to come back and see if you did it the right way, okay? Or if you get the same answer that I do. Alright, hopefully you paused the video, and now we're going to check our work, okay? There are 7 girls and 2 boys on a team. How many children are on a team? This how many children are on a team is my question, okay? There are 7 girls and 2 boys on a team. 7 girls and 2 boys is my answer. So to solve this, I'm going to start with 7 first. I'm going to draw 7 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and then there's 2 boys. I'm going to represent my boys by drawing X's. And I didn't tell you to do that at the beginning, so that's okay. Alright, so I have 7 circles for my girls, and I have 2 X's for my boys. Now I need to start counting on, right? Well, I know that I have 7, so 7, 8, 9. There are 9 children on the team. Okay, I feel like we've gone through this a little bit quickly, but I feel like counting on and drawing the picture is something that we should maybe get a little bit quick. However, I wish that we were in the classroom so that way I could tell. And that's also why I ask you to write down your questions too, is so that way I know where you guys are at, and you might have the same question as someone else. The last thing that I want you to do for math today is this exit ticket. And this one I'm going to have you ask an adult to take a picture of and post on Google Classroom for your assignment today. It says use counters, and again, that's where it might be easier for you, or it might make more sense to have something that you can manipulate. But if you don't have those drawing pictures like we did right here with the circles and the X's, it's perfectly fine. So you can just skip that. So here's your problem. There are 6 boys and 2 girls on a team. How many children are on the team? What is this problem asking you? What are you trying to figure out? You're trying to figure out how many children are on the team, right? So now I want you to listen for the numbers that you're going to need when I read the problem. There are 6 boys and 2 girls on a team. How many children are on the team? 6 boys and 2 girls, right? So what I would like you to do with this problem is to draw it on your whiteboard like we did up here, and then write your answer down below. So this one has a sentence where we put in the number. You don't have to write this whole sentence, but you would write it like this. Again, writing with my, writing with my mouse, not the greatest at it. So you don't necessarily have to write a whole sentence for your answer, but I would like you to label it children. Let's see what your answer would be. Yep, how many children? So you're going to label your answer children as well. So go ahead, solve this problem by drawing pictures on your whiteboard. Have an adult take a picture of it and post it on Google Classroom for your assignment today. And if you have any questions, please write those down so that way we can talk about them at our meeting. Okay? Thanks guys for hanging out with me, and I hope you have a great day.